Today we're here to talk about reputation management in the financial services industry.
It's been 5 years since the financial crisis, and Wall Street's reputation is still a very, very big topic in terms of politics and for journalism. We've just had the 5-year anniversary of Lehman Brothers' collapse, which gave everyone, including myself, lots of opportunity for financial crisis hindsight. Also gave every media organization in the world a chance to dredge up potentially painful issues for the industry, which was very fun for us all, although again, probably not for many of you. We still have a plethora of financial regulation coming out, which basically changes what it means to be a good bank from day to day, and I'm sure keeps many of the PR professionals here on their toes. In other words, we have plenty to talk about this morning. When we talk about Wall Street's reputation being damaged, can you maybe describe how that actually affects your company?
It has a very large effect. I think we saw in the study here that how customers' willingness to do business with a company is greatly affected by the company's reputation. I think when anyone has a problem, it's kind of a problem for all of us. So there's no happiness in seeing one of our peers have a problem.
Mary, we saw in the Makovsky survey that people seem to be split on the value of using social media in terms of improving their reputation. What's your take on that?
Probably most large corporations and certainly regulated corporations are still trying to figure this out to some degree. One thing for sure is that we need to be monitoring what's going on in social media because you get a lot of information that way.
Marcia, how does UBS deal with compliance issues in terms of social media?
Yeah, we deal with it very carefully, obviously. And I would say that more than funding or investment is probably the number one reason why we have been, and I would say the financial services industry has been slow to truly embrace all different aspects of social media.
From your perspective, would you say that the new regulations coming into the market help or maybe make it more difficult for Wall Street firms to heal their reputation?
I would say a couple of things. First of all, we have to make certain that we, of course, understand the regulation and the intent of it. And then it's our job to translate that in a way that our clients understand.
The other thing that we and probably many of my colleagues here also struggle with is the fact that we are global and there are sometimes competing regulations from a global front.
But when we talk about healing reputations in the financial industry, what exactly are you aiming for, or what is the end state that you are trying to achieve?
I think there's just no shortcuts. I mean, it's going to take some time, and I think that the scars of the financial crisis that started 5 years ago, those scars remain, and it's going to take a long time for those to disappear and heal.
I think it's going to be very difficult and a real challenge to get back to that level of integrity and trust.
Do any of you think that the financial industry will one day get back to a place where a discussion of bonuses won't immediately engender public outrage?
It's like the emotional readiness of the external audiences to hear certain things. So when facts come out that support the idea that big banks are bad, everyone's totally ready to grab onto that. You can throw a million facts out about the good things, and there's just not the readiness to believe it.
The question was whether social media is as an effective tool for reputation management as it is for marketing. Marcia?
Well, one of the things that we know, and the survey showed a little bit, is that one of the drivers of reputation is thought leadership. And so we have seen, and we will continue to track and to test, but that social media is a great way to get out thought leadership.